in Lisbon, Portugal, at the IT Tech Hub of Siemens, and we're with Fernando Bartolo, as well as Miguel Rangel. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. So we've seen some interesting application that you folks are spearheading here for various divisions within Siemens, and we wanted to get a little more details, for instance, on the smart city application where you're basically helping the local and state governments with improving the traffic, particularly the one around with the drone. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So the drones is with Fernando?
Yeah, that's mine. So this was actually born out of an internal Siemens hackathon called Futureland that happened this year in June. We reached out to the local mobility division from Portugal, asked if they wanted to do something together. Turns out they had some drone footage from a roundabout sitting around, and they asked us if we could do some interesting video analytics on top of that, which we did. So the idea is that we are able to, using machine learning, able to determine, for example, the in and out volume of cars. So the idea is that we get an entry-exit matrix. So we are able to tell what are the more common routes in a roundabout. This is one example of something that we are already doing with machine learning, using video analytics on top of a drone.
And this would be something that would typically take a long time to analyze manually, or unbearable task, if you will.
Well, the alternative to using machine learning for this is to do it manually. And manually, this is, of course, a very error-prone process. So no one can keep your attention, for 1 hour looking at a video on a screen. You will for sure have some problems or miss some cars or things like that. So the idea is that with machine learning here, you are able to deliver a much higher accuracy rate than with a human. Besides this in and out matrix, we also intend to determine car classes. So that means how many trucks, for example, or how many motorbikes, or how many minivans, things like that. And eventually the service capacity of the roundabout. So this is more or less what's the percentage of the roundabout that's used over a certain period. This is something that is possible to do, and we are already to some extent being able to deliver some of these data with decent accuracy.
Thank you, Fernando. And now I'm going to turn over to another interesting application, which is around smart parking. So we know there is a lot of case studies on smart parking. We've seen something like Spot Hero, where you can find, for a consumer, it gives you a better price on a particular parking lot. But one of the interesting part that Miguel had brought up was about driving in a city and you're seeing a particular sign where there is X amount of parking available. By the time you get there, you may not find it. Can you expand on that particular smart parking?
Yeah, so again, we're taking advantage of data. So we know that a certain parking space at a given time will have X amount of free spaces. So what we see today at our cities is that we see a huge sign at the road saying at parking A, B, and C there will be 50 places. But today there's a public transportation strike. So traffic to get to that certain parking lot will take me 20 minutes, 40 minutes. So how much free spaces there will be at that time, given this specific condition, a public strike, transportation strike. And that's what we are doing. So through the use of data, we know how much spaces will be there, and we can help population overcome this. Another example, imagine there's a football match today in Lisbon. So maybe I can help the community saying, don't take this park, take another one, or maybe leave your car here because you're going to take 20 minutes to get to the stadium as 30 minutes by car, and getting there, and there's no parking spaces. So that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you, Miguel. And that's an interesting, couldn't pick the better time to talk about this. We're here at the Web Summit. There's 70,000 people in Lisbon, lots of traffic, so couldn't pick a better time to talk about this interesting application. More from Lisbon and from the Web Summit throughout the week. Thank you.